This video is so out of phase and lack coordination. But thank you for watching. Here in a quiet suburban kitchen, we find the cook in their natural home. Around them lies a rich supply of fresh food, vegetables, meat, and one very large cooking pot. The task seems simple. Make a vegetable and meat stew. But in the kitchen, as in nature, nothing is ever quite that simple. The first creature appear is the onion. It looks harmless, round, quiet, almost friendly, but once cut, it releases its secret defense. Within seconds, the cook begins to cry. The onion has won the first round. Next comes the garlic, small, pale, and powerful. One clove may be enough, but the cook adds more. This is not a time for fear. The meat is then cut into pieces. Some pieces are small, some are large. All are described as about the same size. This is clearly not true. At this point, something important happens, but sadly, there is no video. After chopping the onions, garlic and meat, the cook gently fries them in oil. Water is added, then fish sauce. The cook forgot to record this part, a rare event in nature. An animal may hide from the camera, but here it was the cook who forgot to press record. Fish sauce has now entered the pot. Its smell is strong, very strong. For a short moment, everyone in the house knows that fish sauce has been opened. But once cooked, it gives the stew a deep and rich taste. The smell becomes softer. Peace returns to the kitchen. Now comes the butternut squash, but there are two kinds. Some pieces still have their skin, others have no skin at all. The peeled pieces are soft and smooth. The pieces with skin are tougher and more prepared for life. Both enter the pot. Neither has a choice. The squash is added in large amounts. The pot begins to fill. The cook looks inside. There is still some space. This is taken as a sign to add even more food. It is a bold move. The pot says nothing, but it is clearly worried. Next comes the aubergine, also known as eggplant. It is soft, dark, and very good at soaking up flavor. It absorbs the meat juices. It absorbs the sauce. It absorbs almost everything. In the wild, this would be called survival. In the kitchen, it is called dinner. The courgettes are next. Fresh, green, and full of water. They begin firm and proud, but after some time in the hot pot, they become soft. Cook them for too long, and they may vanish completely. The cook will then point at the stew and say, "They are definitely in there." Fine green beans now appear, long, thin, bright green. They bring color and a little bite. For a few moments, the stew looks neat and well planned. This is a brief moment. Nature does not allow it to last. Now come the baby courgettes, small and tender. They join the larger courgettes, young and old together in one pot. It is a touching family meeting, although the family is slowly being boiled. The flowers of courgettes are also added. Yes, even the flowers can be eaten. In the garden, they attract bees. In the kitchen, they attract questions. Are you really cooking the flowers? The answer is yes. Nothing escapes this stew. The pot is now very full. Inside we find meat, onions, garlic, and squash. There are aubergines, courgettes, and green beans. There are baby courgettes and courgette flowers. The meat is now surrounded. It has no clear way out. Salt is added, only a little, because the fish sauce is already salty. Then comes ground black pepper. There is no spoon. There is no exact amount. The cook simply adds some and says that looks right, a method passed down through many kitchens. The stew is mixed. The soft vegetables rise. The heavy pieces sink. The cook tastes the sauce, then tastes it again, and once more. This is called quality control. It has nothing to do with hunger. The stew cooks gently. The squash becomes soft. The aubergine takes in the sauce. The beans become tender. The courgettes settle into the broth. The meat slowly becomes rich and full of flavor. Against all odds, the plan is working. And at last, the stew is ready. A warm mix of meat, vegetables, and garden flowers. Some parts were not recorded, some amounts were guessed, and the fish sauce made a dramatic entrance. But the final result is rich, colorful, and comforting. Proof that in cooking, as in nature, success often comes to those who adapt and remember to press record. I forgot to mention that this dish includes a small amount of mung beans. Thank you.